Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So tonight we're going to be reviewing this fella. Now this did make me smile. From X Marks Drinks, based in Netherlands. Well, actually the brand's X Mark. United Dutch Breweries is the company. I've only just found that out as well. So it says here, a clean, smooth and slightly bitter beer with extra buzz. I wonder if this is actually a lager rather than a... because it says flavoured beers. It brings out the best of malt, hops, hemp and natural goodness. And as we know, the line's a bit confused at times. Malty, hoppy and herbal with a refreshing finish. A unique flavour aroma and flavour of its own. Well, let's see. Just had a jolly good hour in the hot tub. Right, this is more of a lager. Yeah, I thought so. It's just flavoured beer. So the only other ones like this are Jubel. And have I got a Jubel? Don't think I have actually. Got one or two beers, but I can't see any Jubels. Yeah, so Jubel, their brand is peach, grapefruit and elderflower. Peach being absolutely immense. And it basically is a flavoured lager beer. But they call it beer, don't they? It's so confusing to people. Hoppy nose. Yeah, these just seeing if I can see anything about it. X Mark Beer review. Right, well I'm classing this as lager. Not a craft beer per se. There we have it. Cannabis beer. Right. Move the camera over a little bit. There we go. Yes, front and foremost. Oh. So yeah, seeing this in JTF. Well, mate was around Saturday night, and women went out to get a Chinese. The women. My wife would give me a right backhander for that comment. But yes, the ladies went out for the Chinese. So, golden to amber pour, little white head. Not much, if any, lacing or carbonation there. Light malt nose. That is definitely a lager. Or lager beer as they call them these days. Ever so confusing. There's a hint of flavour to it, but I won't go that far and say we're not. You know, as for let me tap in cannabis, C-A-N-N-A, cannabis, search. Yeah, the world first cannabis beer. You've got some THC infused whiskey here as well. Never use more than 2 ounces of active cannabis per drink. And for those new to synergistic effects of alcohol and marijuana, never what? So yeah, different. It does say mixing it in here. Can't read that writing. It just tastes like a lager, a bit of something in. Obviously that must be the hemp. So in some ways it's not a cannabis beer, is it? It's not active cannabis in the beer. But hemp is cannabis, isn't it? So, although, gotta be honest, don't know a lot about cannabis. It's just a name that got me. I thought, well, let's try it. I mean, I have tried some CBD oil before, to try and calm my anxiety down. Initially I thought it worked, but after that first time of trying, it didn't seem to do anything, to be honest. So, which, you know, I wish it had done. For me, very much a lager with a bit of taste in it, and I presume that's the hemp coming through. And as it goes, it's alright, you know, it's drinkable. So basically, it's funny, you know, I can actually taste that same as the CBD oil now. I can get that taste. CBD oil isn't the nicest to taste, to be fair. This is much better, but definitely getting it. And if I start going off my head in a minute. So it says it's infused with cannabis extract. So there. Imagine drinking this and then feeling as chilled out as I could get. I'd be on this book all the time. Get me down to JTF. Yeah, get some cannabis. 5 cans for 10 quid. It's not a bad price actually. So I got one of each. I got the cannabis, I got the vodka beer, got the mojito beer, I got the rum one. Yeah, the gold rum beer, so that's 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? Tequila, mojito, vodka, gold rum, and then cannabis. Yeah, all 5. So and for people who've been watching the channel for a long time, you'll know that I've had it's been a year, and not just because of coronavirus, but it has been a year. Seeing things I didn't want to see this year, in a work environment that was so awful, and now I'm in, possibly. I mean, I when I got the job, I knew it was going to be a good job. Basically knew it was going to be my dream job, and it has worked out exactly as I had visioned and as I'd hoped it was going to be, and I couldn't be more flipping happier. You know, it's absolute revelation. I'm the boss bloke speaking to him today, and it's not like a boss, it's like your best mate, and they'll be talking about things. And at one of the sites, Cockliffe, which I need to ask him if I can do a review there. I don't just want to do one and you know, upset the apple cart. I need to ask first, and he might say yeah, he might say no. But after work I want to do a beer review there. Well, maybe next week, not this week. But he's got a marquee that they used to use for weddings, and they've had a proper building built. And The marquee's just gone to waste now. And he said to me today, he said, 20 grand, the marquee would cost 20 grand. I said, fucking hell. I said, because you can't use it as a greenhouse. And then he says, well, if we could build it, but leave the top, we could actually do that. 12 metre by 6 metre, like a polytunnel sort of thing, a greenhouse. And he can see it buzzing. He says, you know, he's happy to reuse something, and I'm happy because that's what I want. I want a polytunnel, some sort of greenhouse, to grow plants, grow veg, fruit, whatever. You know, it's amazing what you can. You know, for people out there who want to go the healthier way, getting yourself an allotment for cheap as chips per year, putting the effort in, growing potatoes, fruit, veg. You know, you're never always going to win, but there will be times when you'll have bumper crops of stuff, especially if you have a good year. This spring might have been a bit odd because it was a little bit too dry. The summer has been better because it's been wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry. And you know, growing your own, it's satisfying growing your own. I mean, you'd have to use slug pellets. I wouldn't, you know, depend on anything else but slug pellets to protect your things. And you might have to use a bit of netting to protect, stop birds coming in. But, you know, the growing your own, saving money, growing your own plants, flowers, you know, there's so much money you can save. I'm literally, at the moment, I've got thousands and thousands of seedlings. I haven't got enough pots. And luckily, at one of the other side, Kelham, they've got a compost heap that's been obviously been going for years, and the soil's perfect. It's you put it in your hand, it goes solid. You crumble it in your hand. It's proper leaf mould and grass, leaves and grass mixed together to make the perfect compost. There's no better compost than that. And I mean, I bought a load home again tonight, so I've got to get it out of the bloody car as well in a bit. And yeah, you know, gardening. I mean, I'm a lifelong gardener. Absolutely love what I do. I mean, I'm giving away thousands of pounds worth of plants, you know, but it's all going to my job. So I'm actually paying for my own flipping job in some ways with plants. But because I want to see it transform from what it was, which was a bit of a shell on both sites, you know, he spent money getting somebody to come in and design a shrubbery and that at one of the sites, that's Kelham, and I'm coming in and I'm gonna sort out what's there, get it pruned back, get it sorted out, prune as you should do. Not this bloody hedge trimmer over the top shit that you see people do. You know, in supermarkets, where they hedge trim everything. That's not pruning. That's shit. Get a pair of secateurs out, a pair of loppers, do it proper, get rid of the dead, diseased and dying, get it down. You can cut it low, but you can do it the proper way. And train plants to grow, shrubs to grow as you want them. I'll give you an example. I do a garden for an old lady. I got somebody at work, in not the last job, the job before, supposedly a gardener, knows it all. And like most of these people that know it all, he absolutely knows fuck all. You know, that big country estate. In any case, he phoned him. I told him I don't do private work, but I know a gardener that might be all right. Anyway, he's there and he's phoning him up. How do you prune her? Hydrangea. I'm like, fucking hell, you're supposed to be a gardener. And then, how do you prune this? And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And you go on at work like you're something special as a gardener. You know nothing. And Yeah, anyway, I got the job. But anyways, they've got a forsythia. She's got a head, like forsythia bushes that is grown into a hedge and trimmed as a hedge. And I've said to her before, I said, look, first thing first, I actually dropped it down because it was too bloody high. And then I said to the old lady the other week, I says, best thing we can do with this hedge, this forsythia, is make it back into a shrub again. So I've chopped it all back, and now it's going to be fan shaped. It's going to be quite thin, fan shaped, so you get the beautiful yellow in the spring months, and then you'll just get the green, you know, boring green after that. But it'll look bang on. Whereas now, or it did anyway, it was just a box edge, it looked shit. And that's what you can do with gardening. You know, gardening is so exciting once you get into it. You know, a lot of people have in lockdown. You know, a lot of people have gone back into the garden, doing the garden. Your garden is a space that's an extension of your house. You can put hot tubs, decking areas, and in the good weather, obviously the good weather, you can be out there enjoying a bit of life, a bit of fresh air. Plants can be grown for a fraction of the price. You can go to parks, you know, like round here, we've got Woodthorpe across the road. Well, fucking hell. The standard of the work is shit, but let's not go down that road. But you can go into gardens and parks, and you can nab a bit of seed. You know, when they've gone to seed, you can have an envelope with you, nab a bit of seed, take it home, get your tray of potting compost. Do read upon the internet if you need to, but most of the time, sprinkle that seed on the top, give it a water. 99% out of 100, it will grow like that. Sometimes you have to add a bit of soil on the top, you know, a real fraction, so it's dark. But most of the time you don't. And you know, you can grow some good stuff. Anyway, back to the beer, or lager. The funniest of things, my anxiety seems to have lessened drinking this. It might just because I'm talking. And my anxiety, I can't just shake it off because I've experienced a really, really, really bad year, and actually a devastatingly bad year. It's taken a while for my body to believe. You know, you get to a stage where your body believes something bad's going to happen. You don't look for the positive sides. You look for negative. And my brain has to be retrained to be positive. I mean, in life, I'm about, everything seems to be going right at the moment, which for a lot of people, obviously, a lot of people are losing jobs, and that it's a terrible time. But for me, everything seems to be going the right way. You know, I've gone from 3-4 weeks ago being on the floor, and now I'm up here. You know, and the transformation. Still drinking a little bit too much, gotta be honest. Although I've nearly run out of spirits, so the minute I do, ooh, hey, you little beauty, I forgot all about that. Bless you. Thought I drank all that. Anyway, I'm running out of spirits, not ran out, but once I do, I'm not gonna get any more, and I'm just gonna drink what I've got. And after this weekend at Blackpool, I'm going to hold fire on any more beer halls, because, like somebody said the other day, so you need to get out drunk. That's an horrendous amount of beer, and it is really, isn't it? You know, there's only so much you can drink at any one time. But yeah, yes, I do need to hold fire. Well, till next time I see something interesting that I really like the look of. But you can't win them all, can you? So it's definitely a flavoured lager beer, if you want to call it beer. It's different. swear it's calmed my anxiety down. You know, in my legs, I get really anxious, and I thought it was something to do with blood pressure, but it's not. It is actually anxiety, and it's just that it's just been so chronically severe that, you know, and it went away for a while, especially at the start of lockdown when we was only at work a day and a half a week, and then when we went back to work, it exploded, and then obviously issues as well. Got worse and worse and worse to the point where I was in a really, really bad way. And if you are in a bad way with anxiety, go and seek some help. You know, phone your doctors, talk to people, try and get over it. You know, don't let it defeat you, because stuff like that it can have a devastating effect on your health. And you know, people go the wrong way and do, you know, wrong decisions, and they never do the wrong decision. So, very much a lager, golden, little white head. That disappeared. Lager malt aroma and taste with that little bit of something else, which obviously is the hemp. Got to be honest, whether it's just talking about it, because talking helps anxiety. Talking about positive things helps anxiety. So stops you thinking negativity. You know, negative is shit. Don't think negative. Think positive. Yeah, has it helped my anxiety because it's cannabis and it's got a bit of hemp in? I don't know, but it's interesting how it seems to have calmed down. That's weird. I can't validate anything, but it's curious, isn't it? Drinking cannabis beer to help your anxiety. Is that not the perfect thing? Topped off with a nice whiskey chaser. No, I've got to be good tonight. I've got to be good. I've got to try to be good. But it is funny. But anyway, yeah. United Dutch Breweries. So I'll make sure when I do my Facebook post, I'll actually go for that. And when I go on Instagram with a can, when I photograph the can, just bloody Instagram, just my boat. You know, all this social media. I mean, obviously YouTube is the prime focus, but you post on the others to bring everybody in. And eventually, when the channel gets to a certain stage where it's reasonably big, it'll be great to have interaction on all three social medias. In fact, I'm that active now that I don't even bother with my website anymore. I've ditched my website, and I need to do that because I do earn the odd little bit of cash now and again. Right, an interesting beer, an interesting review. Can't validate anything. You know, my anxiety has eased while drinking this, but there's no validation. It might just be the fact that I'm talking and enjoying the review. Yeah. Yes, very I don't know, it's a strange one. So yeah, the taste is obviously the hemp. Did it taste good? Yeah, it tasted okay. It was decent. Fair play to it. Nice taste. Decent aroma. You know, it is what it is. It wasn't trying to be like a fruit aroma. It was just what it is. Smelled nice on those. Tasted good. I mean, you've seen the review, so. 5 then. Curious. If this has got cannabis elements and actually do help anxiety and that and do calm you down, then wow. You know, it can't be understated enough how good that could be, and interesting as well. If not, if it's just the fact that I'm talking, but maybe drinking, sometimes in your head a bit of positivity can, make it seem like it's working. Sometimes that's all it needs. Sometimes with tablets, you take a tablet, your headache's gone. Did the tablet really do it? Or is the fact that you took a tablet and you think, right, that's it, headache's gone. Back doing what I'm doing. It does make you wonder. It does. If it's not all psychological. God, it's gone dark all of a sudden. It's not supposed to be bloody raining tonight. Interesting thoughts. I could talk all night, and when we do reach 1,000 and we come across interesting beers, that lagers like this, there is an element of conversation where we, on live reviews, where I see something come up, and I'll respond to that, and that's the interesting thing about doing live reviews. Hopefully it's going to work well. Not quite there yet, so I don't think we'll be doing live reviews from Blackpool this weekend, but hey, you never know. And if we do, I'll have to set some bottles with me, draft bottles, and do some draft beer reviews from the toilet. Yeah, sit on the toilet doing draft beer reviews. Isn't that funny? But anyway, out of 5 then, it's a curious one, because if my anxiety is starting to come back now a bit more now, if it was to be able to calm anxiety because of the hemp and the cannabis extract, then that is something very interesting. If not, it's just a lager with that hemp in, and it's interesting. It's worth a try at least. For me, yeah, it tastes okay. I'll give it a 4.2 out of 5. Now, if it was to calm anxiety, I'd give it a 4.7 out of 5. But we'll never know, really, will we? You'd have to be someone who suffers with anxiety, try it, drink it, without talking, obviously, and see how it goes. Interesting nonetheless, and they're available from JTF in the UK. Very interesting. And that's it for this very long beer review. Chatted too long again, as usual, but it's a curious one, very curious. I'm not sure what to think. Yeah, very curious. Right, that's it for this beer review. Thanks for watching, lager review rather, and we'll see you soon. And I can't wait to see some comments about what people think about this, whether it could do what we know, because of the cannabis element. If there's enough in there to do that. It'd be interesting to see what's on the internet about it as well. Very interesting. Right, and that's it for this beer review, a lager review. And as always, thank you everybody for watching, thank you for subscribing, commenting, and see you soon. And as always, and these times when a second wave looks imminent, stay safe.